Hello, welcome to the presentation of ICS Theatre's debut director's play. I am Barkha Kishnani, the artistic director of ICS Theatre. One of the missions of ICS Theatre is to encourage new talent in all the areas of theatre. The Emerging Artist Program is one such initiative that provides a platform for new artists to try out their theatrical skills. Since the last 3 years, we have conducted a playwriting contest for high school students under the Emerging Artists Program umbrella. This year, we invited adults who were interested in directing a play to participate in our debut director initiative. We selected 2 talented applicants, of which one has culminated into the play we are going to present to you shortly. The director, Priya N. Iyer, who is also the playwright, and her cast and crew have worked hard to bring this play to life. I'm confident you will enjoy watching The Throne with No Cast. Without the support and viewership of the audience, community theatre cannot thrive. Therefore, I thank you for your continued support of all the talent in ICS Theatre. At the end of the play, there will be a talk back with the cast and crew, so do stay tuned for that. Also, please put your comments in the chat. The moderator will try and address as many questions as possible. So sit back and enjoy The Throne with No Cast.
So the flight was on time.
Not on time, but early. These early morning flights often arrive before time.
If Shalini would have told us earlier, we could have gone and picked her up. We would not have given her car for service. Maybe we should have taken a cab to go pick her up.
She's familiar with the airport in the city. She grew up here, remember?
She hasn't lived here ever since she left for grad school. She's not used to traveling alone here anymore. Plus, with all these protests, I hope there are no blockades. But why did she plan a sudden visit? Did she tell you how long she's going to be here?
No.
It's just been 7 months since her last trip for her wedding. Why back so soon?
She doesn't need a reason to visit her parents. She can come as often as she wants.
When I said Puneet doesn't visit us often, you said children have busy lives. They don't need to visit us often. Make up your mind which one. I never visited my parents just 7 months after marriage.
How would you have? You were besotted with me.
Precisely. Why is she here 7 months after her marriage? That too without Arav. Is that her cab? Call her and tell her to ask the cabbie to bring the car in, so she doesn't have to bring the luggage all the way from the gate. These Americans are too fond of carrying their own luggage.
Yeah, her cab just pulled in. Let me go and help her.
Ma?
There you are. Come.
It's so good to be back home. Nothing has changed, huh?
It hasn't been that long anyways.
Why would anything change? Yes, your mother may have put on some weight.
Though one thing has changed since your last visit. We finished renovating the bathroom, changed the sink, commode and the mirror. It might not be as good as your American bathroom, but it is much nicer now.
An old house is like a sponge. Absorbs a lot of cash.
I did complain a bit too much last time, didn't I? Anyways, I noticed the old sink outside filled with flowering plants. Brilliant idea, Ma.
And didn't you notice the old commode next to the gate?
No, I didn't see that. But I did see garbage kept there.
Oh no, these tenants again. I'm tired of reminding the tenants not to put the garbage bag on top of the discarded commode. They just won't listen. Anyways, let me get you some tea. I kept it ready. You want something to eat?
Nah, I'm not hungry, but can never say no to tea, that too made by you.
I'm going to buy milk and bread. Anything else you need?
No. I'll go later and buy some fruits and vegetables.
I will come with you.
No, you rest today. You can join me tomorrow. I'll be meeting some of my walking friends today.
Turn the TV on. Ramdevji's yoga is about to start.
Welcome back to Breaking News. This is Kavya Rajesh with Khabar News. Jat organizations in Haryana have stepped up their protests, demanding an OBC, other backward caste status, for themselves. Hundreds from the Jat community gathered to protest at many locations throughout the state. The government is taking precautions to ensure the situation does not go out of hand. In anticipation of violence erupting, the paramilitary force has been put in place. The Home Ministry is setting up a high-level committee to look into the demand for an OBC status for the Jat community. The question is the Jat community's demand justified? And if the government succumbs to the pressure and gives an OBC status to the Jats, will the other communities not demand the same? Perhaps it's time to take another look at caste-driven quotas altogether.
What do you think of these protests, Ma?
What is there to think? People seem to have too much time on their hands.
But are they justified in asking for an affirmative action? Surely they are more privileged than rest of the backward classes.
He didn't take it today either. I will have to talk to him tomorrow.
What is it, Ma?
This Kudawala, the garbage collector, he didn't take the discarded commode again today. I don't know when he will take it. I don't want the rainwater collecting in it.
The contractor who worked on the bathroom project should have taken it away and disposed it of. At least that's what they do in the US.
This is not America. And we don't have big truck like yours running down our street. Kudawala just gets a card. One Kudawala for all the houses in 5 streets. More people, more livelihood. Also, we don't collect our garbage like a treasure in our garage with our BMWs for the garbage collection day. It gets taken every morning here. If the rainwater collects in the commode, there will be mosquitoes. It is no good with all the diseases they bring.
I'm sure he will take it tomorrow, Ma.
So, how is Arab? You young people know how to enjoy life. When I got married, I joined a big household. Not enough time or space for us. We had to steal moments for ourselves. We had to take permission even to go watch a movie. At least you have all the time to know each other well. Each other's likes and dislikes. Oh, this jet lag. It will be 4 or 5 days before we are awake at the same time. America is too far. I don't know why she had to go that far.
She fell asleep on the sofa. Why didn't you tell her to sleep on the bed?
I didn't notice her fall asleep. I was talking to her and she fell asleep. Let her take a short nap. If she goes to bed, she'll sleep the whole day and be up the whole night with this jet lag. Are you going to ask her?
Ask her what?
Why is she here now?
Nita, remember all the rest areas on the highways in America when Shalini drove us around 2 years back? When someone has a long way to go, they need a rest area. Go and relax for a while. This house is that rest area for her.
I
She can
think,
take a break whenever she wants.
I think something is going on between her and Arav.
Don't worry too much. If it's not your son or daughter, it's mosquitoes or rainwater.
That reminds me. You should talk to Mr. Gupta, your new walking partner. His brother-in-law is in a government job in the urban development department. Maybe he can help us. Mrs. Gupta often mentions that he holds an important position.
Help with what?
With the commode, what else?
Involved. It's Kudawala's job. He'll do it.
Anyways, no harm in mentioning it to Mr. Gupta.
I'll think about it. But Shalini and I will be walking together tomorrow.
Remember that girl at the wedding? Arav's friend. What was her name? The one who went to grad school with him. Yeah, Smita. Arav seemed to be very close to her. A bit too close.
Now you started imagining things as well.
I saw she had commented on Facebook. My favorite boyfriend ties the knot. Shameless.
At least we know he's well liked.
You encouraged her to go to America and live that far. If she had lived closer, we could have kept an eye on her.
Maybe that's why she moved so far away.
Something is up. You know, she was avoiding talking to me the last few weeks. She kept saying there is too much work. I guess she was hiding something. Did she tell you something? She often confides in you more than me.
She didn't tell me anything. But actually, you're right. She hasn't been talking much the last few weeks. She must have been busy with work.
Do you know what happened to my cousin Suchitra's daughter? Married off to a boy living in America. Turns out he is gay. They are getting divorced now. What if Arav...
You should be writing the script for a television soap. You certainly have a fertile imagination. At least 28 people have been killed as protests by Jat groups demanding reservation in government jobs and education turned violent. Mobs have burnt buildings, blocked highways, damaged cars, and even attacked canals, cutting off the water supply to Delhi. Delhi's Aaj Ki Party has blamed Haryana's Jatiwadi Party for deliberately cutting off the water supply to the capital. And the centre has directed both parties to resolve the situation diplomatically and without undue violence on the streets. You read the newspaper or turn on the television, it feels like the world is coming to an end. It's the same story everywhere. One set of people in one part of the world is repressed. Another group somewhere else feels ignored, or that they didn't get the same opportunities as some other party. People are angry, upset that they don't get what they think they deserve. Some stories get the attention of the media and it turns into a circus. These politicians on either side use such events to their own benefit, while the people who are actually suffering often remain silent and are ignored. Everyone is looking for something. Some chase more comfort in their lives. Some just want to make more money to make ends meet. And some people are lonely and want company and attention. In the end, do you know what every human being really wants? Respect. It's almost always about that. Doesn't matter what class, caste, gender, or age. Every human being deserves a life of dignity and craves respect.
And what if you do not get the respect you deserve? Are you supposed to pretend as if nothing happened? Why wouldn't you protest?
Protesting does bring attention to your problems. It may even help make some changes. But I'm talking about how we conduct ourselves in our daily lives with everyone we interact with. Treat people with respect, like you would your own family or friends. Look people in the eye, smile at them, address them properly, offer help. Be fair in your dealings with everyone. It may seem old fashioned, but it still works.
If everyone deserves respect, then why does only one side has to compromise? Take, for example, women. Why is it that we only teach our girls to compromise and give respect? Don't women classify as human beings? I mean, in name of culture and tradition, we make our women weak. Generations go by. Girls get educated, they get employed, move to different countries. But back at home, they're still the same. Doesn't seem to matter if they don't get any respect.
What are you trying to say?
Nothing. I'm just stating a fact. Women deserve respect too, but they often do not get it.
Yeah, you're right. And perhaps I'm part of the problem too. Anyway, I hope these protests come to an end soon. These political parties like Aaj Ki Party and Jatiwadi Party make fools of people and create problems where there are none. So we'll walk together tomorrow morning, right?
Yes.
Good, you're back before the Kudawala comes. Shalini, I think you should talk to him. I'm sure he'll listen to you.
Me? Why?
Because you always had way with words. Surely he'll listen to you.
I don't know. It's been so many days already. 2 days back, he said it goes to another dump. Not the same as the rest of the garbage. Then yesterday, he said his cart was too full. It's too heavy for me to take in this cart.
Did you talk to Mr. Gupta?
Yes, I mentioned it to him in passing.
Did you not ask him to talk to his brother-in-law?
I guess he got the drift. But he did mention that he was hoping we would contribute 5,000 rupees to that park he's building.
He got the drift all right.
5,000 rupees? For what?
Yes, for cleaning, beautification, and fencing the park near his house. We can't build a fence around a park that belongs to the municipality. You told Mrs. Gupta that we won't be contributing, right?
I told her I don't think they are going to be of any help.
I shouldn't have mentioned it. You know I don't like all this. Working your contacts, networking.
I am tired of reminding the tenants upstairs not to put the garbage on top of it. When the rainwater collects in it, the mosquitoes will have a field day.
I don't get it. Why doesn't just anybody take it away? It must be worth something. People seem to lock their gates every night and they seem to fasten everything outside their homes for the fear of it being stolen. I hear even the medians from the reflectors of the Delhi street also get stolen to be sold. This commode doesn't seem to catch any thief's fancy. Maybe we should keep it somewhere in the middle of the street.
You talk to him today. I'm sure he'll listen to you. Even your grandmother listened only to you.
You really think I have a way with words?
Sure. You always know what to say and how to say it. You're very good at communicating your point very kindly. You're so good at communicating your point so kindly and very nicely. I'm sure he'll listen to you.
Perhaps you're right. I was actually good at talking things out with people. Remember how I stepped in when that whole thing...
Oh, he's here.
Bhaiya ji, please take this commode also with you. The mosquitoes might collect in the water. It is not good. I'm worried about my parents. After all, they're seniors.
I can't take that.
Why? You've been doing such a great job of maintaining sanitation. Only you can help.
I don't want to talk to you. I will talk only to your parents.
What do you mean you don't want to talk to me? I'm being so reasonable with you.
What do you know about how things work here? Huh? I won't talk to someone who doesn't even live here. Crazy Americans.
And you think I have great communication skills. That thinks everybody just needs some respect. I'm the last one to get any respect here.
I think you came across a little patronizing.
I was just trying to be a little appreciative.
Who's that? Ara?
No, It's my friend Nidhi. We're meeting for lunch tomorrow.
Good morning. All well?
Yes, just that commode and Kudawala I told you about?
Still didn't take it, huh?
Nope.
I'm wondering whether I should speak to somebody in the municipal office directly. Maybe I should report Kudawala. He's not doing his job.
Maybe you should. Back in New Jersey, just one call to the township is all that is required to schedule a township truck to pick up Arav's old heavy gym from curbside. It is when you see such things, you realize that how well the system and processes work in the US.
Don't tell your mother that.
What's that noise?
It's your mother. She's breaking the commode with a hammer.
What?
I think I know what's going on.
What?
Caste, the Kudawala's caste.
What about his caste?
If she's not a Jamadar, Dalit, he will not touch the commode.
Really? Maybe you're right. Dad, I think I know why he's not taking away the commode. Because he doesn't want to touch it.
I think I've solved the problem. I broke up the commode into smaller pieces and distributed the pieces in 3 bags. And we have to take it little by little.
I don't think, Ma, you understood the problem. He's not taking it away because he doesn't want to touch it. Maybe he thinks it's beneath his caste to touch it. Hasn't it always been the case? The maid will sweep and mop the whole house but will not clean the toilets. They think it's beneath them. Perhaps Kudawala is not a Jamadar.
Doesn't he carry all the garbage?
That's different from a commode.
Caste doesn't make any difference.
Do you guys know his name? Maybe that'll give us a clue.
We don't even know his name. We just call him Kudawala.
Human beings have no caste. We are all the same. We are all Harijan, God's people.
Ah, you're being so naive. How could you be blind to such social norms?
As I said, caste doesn't make any difference.
Can you get a video of him refusing to pick the potty seat? We can post it on social media. Maybe shame will work.
Kudawala is on social media?
No, duh. But government officials will be. We can use hashtags to get attention.
Oh, okay. Let me see. Ma, do you think we can record Kudawala refusing to take the commode? Nidhi says we can put it on social media and make it go viral.
Go viral on social media with the commode? Don't worry. I think I've solved it. He will take these bags full of porcelain.
My mother doesn't think that's a good idea.
Okay, just send me some pictures, will you?
Okay, give me a few minutes.
Was that a mosquito?
Why didn't you grow some flowering plants in the commode as well?
This is our house, not a toilet garden museum. What is Shalini doing outside?
It could be like the rock garden of Chandigarh.
I told you, this is our house, not a toilet garden museum. Or a rest area.
Rest area?
Why? Why are you here 7 months after your marriage?
What do you mean 7 months after my marriage? What is wrong with 7 months?
You know what I mean. What happened between you and Arav?
Nothing. It's just he is...
Having an affair?
No! It's just he's...
Gay?
What? No! He had promised that we would go on a 2-week road trip. I worked crazy hours, finished my project, matched my deadlines, and took time off from work. And towards the end, he took up some training and says he cannot come with me. So I decided to take my vacation and spend the time with you guys. That's it.
What? You haven't fought with him? And you left him by himself and planned a trip here at the last minute?
I would not have spent my time off from work sitting at home.
You did the right thing. A little distance never hurts. Now, maybe if your mother had left me from time to time, I would have become a better man. Better at household chores too.
Nidhi says, check Facebook, Insta, and Twitter. Oh my God. So many comments and likes already. This is getting viral. Hey, Nidhi. Hi. Look at all the attention it is getting. I'm sure the porcelain throne will be gone finally. Yeah. Thanks so much. Yeah. Let's wait and watch. All right. Bye. This is called the power of social media. This is called the power of a common man. You guys just wait and see. This commode will be gone by this afternoon.
I don't know. I don't like all this attention.
You're worrying for no reason. Look at all these messages. See, why do we pay taxes? Politicians eat all our money.
Why are Bollywood celebrities silent now? Speak up, Big B.
This is poor administration by Jatiwadi Party. Down with hashtag JVP. Hashtag JVP sucks.
Look at this one. Such negligence would have never happened if Aaj Ki Party were in power. Vote for AKP in coming elections. Our party sign is toilet plunger. We will remove all the garbage. Vote for AKP. 10,000 likes on Instagram, 2,000 shares on Facebook, and 50,000 retweets. This is getting a lot of attention, guys.
Hello? Yes, this is him. Who? From JVP? Okay. No, Mr. Singh. We were not trying to complain against the party. It's just the kids were trying to bring some attention to this issue. What do you mean harassing the garbage collector? Isn't it his duty to pick up all the garbage disposed of by the residents? We have been so patient all these days. We're tax-paying, law-abiding citizens. Why are we being subject to such treatment? I was harassed. My wife has been harassed. I worked for the central government for 30 years. I never shirked my duty like this. Whose responsibility is it to pick up the garbage? What? Why? Hello? He hung up on me. He says the garbage collector won't even pick up the garbage tomorrow. Not for us, not for the whole street. He threatened me. He had the gall to threaten me.
Who was it? Who called you?
The local MLA. He's the local leader of Jatiwadi Party.
The local leader? What is all the commotion outside?
Oh dear, it is the media. I see the trucks of Galaxy News and Khabar News.
Don't entertain anyone. Don't talk to anybody. This is already getting messy.
There's so many comments on the neighborhood message group. They're all curious to know what's going on. I told them everything.
It's the media. No comments. We have nothing to say. Please leave us alone.
It's that JVP leader. I'll tell him what I think. Hello. Who? Mr. Yadav. Oh, from AKP. No need to come and inspect. No, really. Of course you're welcome, but okay. The local leader of Aaj Ki Party wants to come and personally take stock.
When?
Now, says he's on his way.
People are posting all kinds of comments on the neighborhood message group. They are getting annoyed with all the media here. They think we call the media. I have tried to explain, but I don't think they buy it.
Mr. Yadav here. Hello, Mr. Sharma. Hello, Mrs. Sharma. I am so sorry you're going through this. This is gross negligence on the side of the authorities. But I can't blame the city workers. This is a sign of decay in the ruling party. They are only interested in caste politics. Look at the damage these protests are doing. Who's going to pay for all the burnt buses? And now they're shutting the water off by attacking the canal. A sad state of affairs. Mr. Sharma, I'll request you to call for a meeting with all your neighbors. I will personally attend this meeting and address these issues. Can we call for the meeting tomorrow morning? What do you say?
That will really not be required. We just want the commode to be removed.
Don't take such a myopic view of the issue, Mr. Sharma. We need to look at the totality of the problems, the root cause. Don't worry. You just send a message to all your neighbors. I will meet them and address the meeting. Mrs. Sharma, there must be a messaging group in your neighborhood, right? You can send them a message right now. I will wait.
Mr. Yadav, it's very nice of you to personally come and inspect the situation. But would you be able to arrange for the commode to be picked up?
You still don't see the point. We cannot treat your commode as a special case. We have a problem. We need to solve the problem. My party, AKP, has a solution. AKP will train all the garbage collectors to build machines to lift these commodes and crush them for easy disposal. Why should they manually touch the commode anyway? AKP will provide the technical education for all the garbage collectors, and that too free of cost. AKP will work for the productivity and health of all the garbage collectors so that they will know that AKP works for them.
And our commode?
We will talk about that after the meeting with your neighbors.
The door was open, so I just... Namaste, Mr. Sharma. Namaste, Mrs. Sharma. Oh, you already got here. I knew the vultures would be coming, so I came to make sure. Were you intimidating my constituents?
I have to acknowledge, Mr. Singh, there is one job you are good at. I am here to clean the garbage.
I did call you a vulture, a scavenger. Use your plunger and get yourself out of here. You people have been sitting on the government's backward class list for years and eating away from the public. And now you want to come back to power? Bloody vultures.
And you seem to be in a hurry to get onto that list. You lousy troublemakers, shutting the water off for the good people of Delhi. You power-hungry wretches. There is no way you'll form the government in Haryana this election. AKP has a strong presence here now.
I am not going to deal with you myself. The central command has a plans for you. You will be wiped out of Haryana in this election.
Mr. Sharma, I take your leave now. You suffered this unpleasantness yourself. Mrs. Sharma, remember what I told you. Actually, just add me to that messaging group in your neighborhood, okay?
Add him to the message group. Huh. You know what is he going to do? Don't you? He will send all these numbers to his cell in America. And then you will start getting calls from there to vote for AKP. Calls every day, every night, India time, US time. All Americans with Indian accents are recruited. Ask madam, she will tell you. You know what we actually need? We need education. Education about our culture, our state, our caste. What do you know about Haryana? We have Kurukshetra. That is where the oldest battle was fought. The world thinks World War I was the first one. Nobody knows that Mahabharata was the first world war. Biggest, most advanced. Nobody survived a civil war. But don't worry. JVP will educate everyone. We have our own team for research. We collect all the information and pass it on to you in a simple and easily shareable way. I will give you all the information. You don't even have to share your phone numbers with me. And you don't have to take my word. We will quote American researchers. Otherwise, people think it is fake news. Research done by American scientists in English with American accent. After all, we have to feel pride in our culture. Free education on your phone. Let's see, JVP.
Mr. Singh, you are the local MLA of the area. If you could just arrange for the commode to be removed.
I was about to, but your father spoiled everything. I had to instruct the local office not to pick up garbage from this trip. I'll change my instructions. But Sharma ji has to promise me something. I don't want to see this plunger in or near your house. Is that clear, Sharma ji?
You cannot threaten him like that.
America returned. This garbage collector photo on social media, it is all your doing, isn't it? You are an American citizen, right?
No.
Green card holder, applying for citizenship. This is between your father and me, so you stay out of it. You will go back in few days, but we will be living here together.
I think you should leave now. I'm sure you have lots of other things to take care of.
I am going, but don't forget what I said. No AKP in this area. Namaste. Namaste.
Oh my God, what a mess. What will we do now?
I didn't realize it would come to this.
Mr. Gupta has left a message on my phone.
Sharma, all your phones are very busy today. I tried multiple times. I guess you are busy with your politician friends. I'm really impressed. For someone who said you want to have a quiet life, you certainly have sucked up to some big shots. I guess I underestimated you. Anyway, I thought I would check on you. But I guess you don't have time for me now.
The clown joins the circus. I'm very exhausted. I'm just going to sleep. Can you please turn the lights off?
The walk today, Dad?
No, I don't feel like going out.
I'm taking a break from yoga too today.
Gadbandhan, things change overnight for these color changing politicians.
What happened?
AKP and JVP have decided to come together and fight the election on one platform. They say they have common grounds and similar issues to resolve for a safer, cleaner, prosperous Haryana. Look at this picture. Look, and yesterday they could have drunk each other's blood.
Unbelievable.
And what about us? It's past the time that Kudawala usually comes. That MLA of JVP threatened yesterday. What if the garbage doesn't get collected for many days? Not just mosquitoes, there will be an infestation of rats. Oh my God, what will we do? Not just us, the whole street, he said.
Can you stop imagining the worst?
Let's just wait, ma. He must be on his way. Maybe he's just running a little late.
The neighbors are asking why Kudawala is not here and if we have anything to do with it. See, I told you that MLA of JVP must be behind it. Ask him. He ordered it. Now that JVP and AKP have joined hands together, they should resolve it.
I'm not calling anyone. I've had enough of them.
Then let me call. Give me your phone. I'll take the number from there. Not answering. What is Yadav's number? Yes. Not answering either.
Try from dad's phone. They don't recognize your number.
Not answering.
Try sending them a text message. What's that noise outside? I see a small truck carrying the garbage away. Finally, it worked.
Thank God. The neighbors were raising more stink than the garbage. Let me update everyone in the group. Oh, it is that Gupta's doing. He has arranged the truck. Everyone is thanking him. Now he is the hero. Says he's just been a good Samaritan.
Wait. They left the half commode that has not been broken. Unbelievable.
Who knows? Maybe Gupta told them to, just to spite me.
Perhaps for 5,000 rupees.
No, he's got what he wanted. Praise and recognition from the neighbors that he was the one who helped them.
Everything's settled?
Yes, almost. The half-broken commode is still there.
Oh, should we update on social media?
Ma, Nidhi is asking if we should mention the half-broken commode on social media.
No.
No.
Fine.
Don't worry, I'll take care of it. I'll break the remaining into smaller pieces too. I'm sure it will be gone soon. At least the rainwater won't collect in it.
If you break the rest of the commode into smaller pieces, I might as well carry it with me when I return and check it in. I can dispose it off in New Jersey.
That would be a first. An Asian country exporting its garbage to a developed country. The USA? I like that.
It's a Kudawala.
I know what to do. I am not that naive. He took it away for just 200 rupees.
You paid him.
I told you, it's not about caste. Human beings have no caste. And his name is Ashok.
Hello, everyone. Great job to the whole team of The Throne with No Castle. I'm the moderator for this session, Anaita Mantri. I really want to congratulate the entire team of The Throne with No Castle for this phenomenal presentation. Without any further ado, I want to call upon the woman of the hour, the director, Priya Iyer, the debutant director of this play. Please come online and take a bow.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me to talk back.
Hi, Priya. How are you feeling?
It was nerve-wracking. I forgot to shut the blinds in my window. I'm thinking about all the parents.
टॉकबॅक मध्ये
So it was so exciting, and it was a high working on this, but a lot of anxiety too. It was hard and fun.
But yay, you did a great job. It was wonderful.
Yeah, a lot has gone in. We have been rehearsing for a while, and you would know too, most of the cast and crew are working people, so they work full day and their family responsibilities, their kids, and then we were rehearsing at night at about 8:30 every evening. So it was a lot of work, but I guess everybody's family supported. My family supported me a lot, and that's a shout out to my husband who's super supportive of my craziness. And I have to thank the cast for putting their faith in me. For a first-time director, they trusted me, whether they were new actors or they have been acting for a while. And of course, I stand on the shoulders of giants, ICST artistic director Barkha Kishnani, and I've learned so much from the two directors that we work with, Mr. Mahesh Tatani and Dr. Fali. So that's been my learning experience with them. So I'm not here alone. I have a backing.
But let me just say this. Of course, it's really hard to believe that this is your debut as the director, okay? So what was it like, this whole experience of directing your first play? And was it everything that you had imagined it would be?
Yeah, so I have been working backstage, and I think that is something I would really highly recommend to anyone who wants to direct at any point of time. They should try backstage. Backstage gives a great vantage point, and you see how things work, sound, lighting, and but I made my errors. I learned through the process as well. So there were a few things that I could have done differently. And next time I do it, I'll learn from that. And I did have the ability to go to Barkha once in a while and sound things out. I did reach out to Mr. Datani as well when I needed a little help. And the script as well, I had sent my initial copy to Dr. Fali for his feedback as well.
I understand that you're also a writer, and before you jumped into this directing, you've written a lot of poems and short stories, etc. And this script is also your baby. What was your inspiration for the script?
So yeah, I've written some short stories and poems, and this was a short story sitting somewhere in a folder. It is semi-autobiographical. This happened with my parents. There was a commode which they found very hard to dispose, and I think my parents are watching, so shout out to my parents as well. And my mother did break it, and finally we had to pay. But everything else, the politics behind it, and the politicians and the social media is all made up. So it was sitting as a story somewhere. And when this opportunity came of debut directors, I said, this would make a great play. And I wrote my first version and shared it with Dr. Fali, and he gave me a feedback. And that helped me improve. And the play is very different. It's finally what I initially imagined and what I wanted to write. But it traveled through many paths, and finally it came to life as what it is. Barkha read many versions, and some of my friends in ICST also read a few versions and gave me feedback. So it had its own journey, the script.
Beautiful, lovely. Now, tell us a little bit about the technological wizardry going on there with the couch and, how it connects. And then that was very interesting. And then also, I know from previous experience, having worked in this medium, that it's no easy task getting the Zoom windows to be where you want them to be. How did you manage that?
So a timely reminder from Barkha that remember the login. And then I was playing with the login, and I think I was kind of hung up on the couch, right decision or wrong decision. I wanted these two people to come, and I wanted to vertically cut. So people who are new to this medium of Zoom plays would realize that, might not realize that everyone is actually in their homes. And they all had to set up their own stage theater. So nobody is together. I'm by myself, except for my son who worked with sound, and all the cast is in their house. So they had to set it up, and the couch had to come together. And the Zoom window, or the YouTube windows depend on the login series. And for the couch parts always to be together, we needed two decoy windows. So we have two people, two angels, and we'll introduce them soon, who had to turn their cameras on with their lens covered so that the couch would always be together. So that was a little bit, and there was a lot of technological till this morning, the proportions and getting people. It was fun.
So, being this was your first time directing, were there any surprises, any challenges along the way?
The technology is always a challenge, and we try and get around it in many different ways. And it was challenging, as I said, till the last hour something was going on, somebody's computer or the lighting. And the challenge is also that every cast member has to manage their own setup. It's not as if you're going into a theater and you have lighting available or someone taking care of something. It was each cast member had to take care of their lighting, their audio. So that is very, very challenging, and it keeps throwing surprises every day. Sometimes your internet is slow at some particular time. That was the most challenging part.
Great. But in the end, the end result was wonderful and it all worked out well.
Thank
So,
you.
and we have a beautiful product here.
Thank you.
I would now like to call upon the cast and crew. Please turn on your cameras so we can have a little chat with you all as well. Great. So, my question to all of the cast, what was your favorite part of the play? What did you enjoy most about this, working on this production? Anybody, whoever wants to take that question.
First. Can I go first then?
Sure.
Okay. First of all, the best part of it was the message, right? Like the human beings have no caste and we're all the same. So I grew up in an environment where I never realized in my childhood days that there is a difference between two human beings. We always thought, everybody is same. So only when you grow up a little bit more and when you come into the real world and you start noticing the differences, that's when it started hitting me, the world is not the same. So for me, my core belief is that. So when I say my last concluding line, that human beings are same, I said it with conviction because I believe in it. So I guess the best part of the play for me was the message.
Actually, I have another question, Rupali, specifically for you.
Okay.
I know that in real life you're a gorgeous young lady, but you've done quite a remarkable job with your makeup for the character and your body language. How did you manage that?
So body language, I would say that, looking at my mom, who's like in her 60s and early 70s, and all the old people, and once I think you start reading the lines and feel that you are a mom, you automatically start behaving that way. And I guess you absorb the body language, right, of the old people. So that I think it just came as I was reading the lines and I got into the character. About the makeup, I want to thank Priya for that because, she and me sat through it and we worked on, making the wrinkles and making it, making the hair and, what the getup should be. We worked on it. And I think that helped me get the look.
So we have got an idea how Aishwarya Rai is going to look in like few decades.
Lovely. Does anybody want to add anything about their, experience working on this play? Any of the actors want to say anything?
Sure. I mean, I really love the script. I think it's a very nice, gentle satire, but it does throw light on, the general, I guess, loss of integrity or dilution of it in society, but does it in a very nice, humorous fashion. Doesn't get over the top or anything. And we really love the script when I first saw it. It's been, I think as Priya said, it's been a real lesson. I mean, complete new learning. I mean, it's been almost 40 years since I used to do theater in college and school, backstage, lights, directing. But this is just completely different. And I think that was what, when I saw the other productions of ICST, I said, wow, this is so cool. And I've got to try this sometime. How does it work? And really, there's so many people backstage that helped. Shout out to my angel Oren. Thank you. And everyone else, right through rehearsals, sound, practice, voiceovers. So that was great fun.
Great.
To add to that, go ahead, Anshula.
Okay, thanks, Vijay. Yeah, I mean, as everybody said, the script was beautiful. For me, I think the best part was that it was a very nice mix of what the reality exists in a subtle way and in a humorous way. Like, this is what all of us, like, although we grow up listening to that everybody is equal and that is how it should be in the ideal world, but the reality is it is actually not. And somehow we always keep on encountering such things. So this was one such encounter. Although everybody, like each of the characters, dad, a mother, they knew that this is there, but so the characters and the whole script was portrayed such a nice way that there was a conflict in what they know the reality is, but what they want to believe in it, and what they end up doing towards the end. Like, each one of them knows that yes, this exists, but they don't want to admit this, but finally they have to succumb to it, or whatever. So that this whole thing, I think it was very, very beautifully put and in a humorous way. I do hope that the humor came out well.
It did, absolutely. It was really nice.
Yeah, and I think technically the best part was I really want to go back and see the YouTube, like how it looks on YouTube. I want to see how me and my dad, we are sitting on the same couch.
No, it looked beautiful. It worked seamlessly. It worked really well.
Yeah, it's interesting. We've never actually seen this ourselves, right? I mean, most of the time we don't even see ourselves on the screen. So it'll be fun to watch that.
Yeah,
definitely. No, I want to add that. I'll begin with the technology part. Yeah, literally had no clue. Like Mr. Sharma and Mrs. Sharma to fix the gaze, I had to take two plastic pencils and put a sticker of Mr. Sharma and Mrs. Sharma to look at them. Anyway, to come back to shared experience, I think Ashish and Anshul captured the theme was good. Nice, serious social message. Not wanting to repeat that, but the interactions with the parents, like when we live outside in the US, we go back home. Interactions with the parents, that's pretty much was very nice. That was resonating with their aging, and we feel helpless being far. At the same time, want to connect with them as much as we can and keep that precious relationship going. Plus the serious message that was most touching. It was a privilege to work with esteemed actors. As you can see, I'm an amateur here, so just joining in. Priya to guide us throughout the whole process, and I have to say that woman has got some tremendous amount of patience. I don't know how she does it. God bless, and best wishes for a long journey ahead. So I've never honestly, I have to admit, I have never seen a woman with so much patience. I have to say.
Yeah.
Before I made that statement, I was just thinking about it several times during the whole rehearsal of what amount of weeks we had. God bless her, and of course the esteemed crew here. I'm humbled to be part of them, on stage and back, and the opportunity that Barkaji and Marley gave us, a nice opportunity for us to get together as a community and share this, portray this message, and try to entertain. Thank you.
I have to agree with Bijoy. I mean, Priya is so calm and composed throughout, and I don't know how she does it, but that's something I need to learn from her.
Yeah, one thing I would like to add here, like first of all, big thank you to ICS Theatre for giving this kind of opportunity to new director. Like when Priya called me that, hey, there is a small role of politician, I said okay, yes, because I never did politician. So first thing I said yes, but then I was like, this is first time director, okay, let me prepare myself first. But then she had so much clarity what she wanted, and I think that was the biggest plus point of her, what I have seen. Because from my past experience with working with different directors, naya director, like whenever it's new, it's like ye bhi try karte hain, wo bhi try karte hain, let's see how it goes. But she knew what she needed and what was the boundary of each character, and that was something which I really must appreciate for Priya. And these two youngsters here, Manya and Mayank, they did fantastic job handling this Zoom technical thing with so many characters. It's amazing. So big shout out to them.
Absolutely. And it shows the work really, it speaks for itself. All of Priya's hard work as a director and her clarity of thought really
Yeah.
comes across very well in the presentation. And I want to chat a little bit with the young crew here. You guys did a great job providing all the tech support for the play. So, claps to you guys. Mayank, my first question is to you. How was it like doing sound for the first time?
Oh, well, it was learning the actual technologies was not that hard, but then the hardest thing was actually learning the cues of like different characters when to come in. So some characters are completely different. Once, for example, when someone moves their head to a direction, I know that I should play a sound then, but for another character, it might be a movement of their body that, and then I should play the sound then. So it was learning the different characters and how they interacted, which was probably the hardest thing to get used to.
Malvika, how did you like the experience of making the playbill and doing lines and all of that?
I actually thought it was a great experience because I've never done anything like it, and it was like a great learning experience.
Yeah, awesome. Manya, how about you? I understand you were the angel for one of the characters and you also did the phone message backgrounds and all that. How did you figure all that out?
Priyanki helped me a lot. Like I had no clue what to do, and she was so helpful with the whole experience. And it was really fun to do.
I think there was some issue with the audio. I mean, I couldn't hear you. I don't know if anybody else was having some issues.
She's good in sending chats, so maybe she can send her to Priya.
Maybe you should send it via
We
the
never
text.
heard her nice voice like throughout the rehearsals.
Yeah. Great, great. That's great. Priya, would you like to add anything else about any of the other angels that you had working in the background, behind the scenes, and all the voice artists that you used
Yeah,
in
so
play?
there are a few who are not here. We have my husband played one of the voice actors. Mr. Gupta's voice was Nagraj's, and Kavya Rajesh was the newscast. She's not here as well. And Anush Gopinath has been with me since the beginning of the play, so he helped me with the backgrounds and the sound. And the credit movie was made by him. So whoever was actively in the rehearsal is here. So those three are not here right now. And of course, Swapna and Oren were the background. They not just handled the background, but they also gave the voice. So they were really, for me, it was a mental piece, that Oren and Swapna are handling so many things. They're experienced in this, and Swapna has done this before too. And the Kudawala's voice, I hope you all realize it was Oren's voice. It was just so fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great, great. I want to take a couple of little questions and comments. I want to read them out to you from the audience that was watching. I have a question first from Bhanu Kanan. How long did it take from start to finish? The effort.
So it took a while. The script took some time. So as soon as I knew there was this debut director happening, and I knew this was the script. It took me about a month to polish the script. And then the casting took some time to make sure everybody's available. Casting is a big issue when everyone is working, and there are travel plans to make sure that you have cast available, not just for the show date, but for rehearsal. That took some time. And once that was done, then, the blocking process. So we've been at it for about, I would say about 2 months from the beginning to the end. So it does take a while. Yeah.
Great. I want to read out some really great comments for everybody. There's a comment from Sandeep Vyas. This is a great subject, equally amazing work, both in front of it and behind the scenes. Of course, I'm sure everybody agrees. This was great. Another comment from Keta Agarwal. You brought the reality of how things are through this story. Love this. Also from her, excellent story, direction, and acting. Kudos to everyone behind and front of the screen. Couldn't agree more. Absolutely, it was great. Another comment from Yamini Pathak. The actors are doing a great job, and the stage and sound effects are wonderful. Another comment from Keta Agarwal. This was fabulous. I'm very impressed. Great topic, molded in a fun and entertaining, yet great message, giving a great performance. There is a comment from Jyoti Balani. Extremely thoughtful and beautifully written, directed, acting, and produced. Something from Prasad Gaitonde. Gives one an idea of how much is involved in putting together a Zoom play. Great work, cast, crew, and Priya. Yeah, and last but not the least, a comment from Dr. Fali Richmond. Good job. Thanks to all. Check to see who's taking your garbage. Again, great job, everyone. This was absolutely wonderful. A beautiful story, very well told, very well, presented, and great job by the cast.
Thank you, Anita, for moderating this.
Sure. Thank you again, Priya, for bringing this subject to light. And thank you to the cast for putting in this effort and the crew for all the work you guys have done behind the scenes. I think that is all the questions we have so far from the audience. Yeah, so
great.
that's
All
it.
right.
Thank you very much.